Hey everyone, Matthew Robinson back again. Now I'm going to start something new. If you saw the title, you know that this is my top 30 animated films of all time. Now the rules are very simple for this contest. To be qualified, this movie had to be released in theaters in America. Now I'm not going to do all 30 at one time. This is only part 1. I will be doing 30 through 25. Let's take a look at them. At number 30 is The Emperor's New Groove. Now, this movie caught me by surprise. When I saw the commercials for it, I was thinking, I don't know, this was kind of silly. Then I saw the movie, and it was hilarious. Too bad they had to make a TV show and a direct-to-DVD sequel and ruin it. But the original was hilarious. John Goodman, David Spade did a hilarious job. Patrick Warburton's in this movie. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's by Disney. It's actually one of their better films. And it's got some really clever stuff in there. It's got a lot of stuff the adults and older people are going to get and like. And plenty of stuff for the kids. It's really, it was really, I guess, a surprise. A pleasant surprise when I saw this movie. So number 30, The Emperor's New Groove. Okay, number 29, Mulan. Now, I did not like Mulan at first when I saw this movie. I was thinking, Mulan, you know, when I was a little kid and I saw it in theaters, I wasn't that impressed. I thought Mulan was okay, nothing to call home about. But as I got older, I really started to appreciate Mulan even more. It's a very deep movie. It's got a lot of really powerful themes in there, like friendship, commitment to duty, honor, pride, respect for others, honesty, integrity. It's really good, and it's not just something for women and girls to watch and be inspired by. I think everyone, both genders, can take something away from this movie. A lot of great scenes, a couple good action scenes, really smart scenes, some funny scenes. Probably one of Eddie Murphy's better kids movies. I actually think I like Eddie Murphy better as the dragon Mushu than I do as him the donkey Shrek, even though he's more famous for playing donkey. I think I actually liked him better as Mushu. So, number 29, Mulan. Okay, number 28 is going to have to be Over the Hedge. This is a movie that some people have forgotten about. It had a lot of great voices. Bruce Willis, William Shatner, Steve Carell, Wanda Sykes. They're all in this movie. Who else? Avril Lavigne is in this movie. Gary Shandling is in this movie. It's very funny. It teaches something very important for the world today. It talks about our overindulgence, how we throw away stuff, how we waste stuff, how we're lazy, how we don't necessarily get out enough, how these suburb complexes just move in and destroy the homes of the natural inhabitants, the animals. So not to make this sound like a bleeding heart movie, it's very funny. A lot of great stuff for the adults. I saw this when I was older. It didn't get nominated for the Academy Award. I think that year the movies nominated were Howl's Moving Castle, Wallace and Gromit, and Corpse Bride. I would have put Over the Hedge in there instead of Corpse Bride. Personally, that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, but I really liked Over the Hedge. Number 27, Aladdin. Now this is a classic. Everyone, I haven't met a single person who doesn't like Aladdin. Who can't like Aladdin? You got Robin Williams at his best. Anyway, I thought those were good. Then the series is not higher on my list because it did get kind of tainted by the terrible sequels that they made of it. The TV show was okay, but really this was a good movie. It was really smart, lots of good action scenes, lots of good moral messages in there, plenty for the adults and for the kids. So Aladdin is number 27. Number 26. Now this was a very hard choice for me for a long time, but I'm going to go with Pinocchio. And you'll see why I'm using 25, and I'll explain why I chose my 25 over this, over Pinocchio. I made Pinocchio 26. Pinocchio is a good classic. It is just an American classic, plain and simple. A lot of strong moral messages in this, especially about, and it teaches kids not to rush out and want to be grown up so fast, to enjoy their time as children, because the world is a very nasty place, and there's not always going to be someone there to bail you out. It's a great story, though. It's really a story about redemption and coming of age, and it's something that I watched all the time as a kid, and it's really good. And I think in some ways it's kind of been forgotten. It sounds weird. People always make the joke, oh, you're a line like Pinocchio. And there have been so many movie renditions of it. But the animated classic, that's the one I most relate to. And that's, I think, the best one. Okay, number 25, and the last movie I will highlight this time is going to be Rugrats the movie. Now, there are a lot of animated cartoons that became movies that at one point were on this list, and then sometimes some of them I even took off. But I chose Rugrats the movie to be on the list because Rugrats was possibly the most successful animated cartoon of all time. It was on for over 10 years. Its movies made a ton of money, and Rugrats the movie was like amazing. Most, really, if you look at it, most animated movies turn to movies don't take that extra step, and they don't make it separate. What makes this movie different from just a normal TV episode? That's a really extended episode. And what made this better than just an extended episode was, first of all, the animation productions really took a step up. Another thing about it that really brings it to a whole nother level is the fact that a new character, Tommy's little baby brother, is brought into the film, and it's kind of the first time that Tommy has to really learn and grow up. Usually in the TV show, Tommy was the guy who was a leader, and he was always making other people learn. He was making Chucky be brave, or he was the guy who was straight and narrow, and he knew what he had to do, and he always did the right thing. But with this introduction of his little brother, he was jealous, and he wasn't sure how to handle it. And even though he wanted to do the right thing, he had so much jealousy. And I think it's a really funny, and it's a nice little message movie, and it's definitely worth putting on my list. So those are my top. The beginning of my top 30 animated films, 30 to 25. If you don't agree with me, you can voice your opinions why you don't agree with me, or if you do agree with me, yeah. Now, if you have any other movies I would like to suggest on the list, or if you thought that they should have been higher or different on the list so far, leave it in the comment. Who knows? I might change my list. It's not set in stone. All right. Until next time, guys. Rate, comment, subscribe, and remember, it's all in the hair.